Luxious Auto. This is the instruction for the newer style LED door cells for 98 to 2005 GS and Aristos. These are for the ones with the light sensor on them, and this is what you'll find in the box. Some of you will find two strands. The newer ones that we're doing now is going to just be one strand of wire. But essentially, you may find the ones that was already purchased, you might find that there's two of these right here, one per side of the vehicle. And we'll show you where the locations for connecting these are. Also, there's going to be four pieces, one per door. On each of the harnesses, there are male connectors. And on each of the door cells, there are female connectors. You'll just plug these into each other. We have the older style installed on this vehicle here. And basically, you pry up the OEM door cells with a prying tool, a plastic prying tool, and just pop it off. There's 3 or 4 plastic clips, I can't remember, but just work your way down. And then once you have the OEM door cells removed, you want to clean this area off real good with a washcloth and some soapy water, and then let it dry off real good. Then when you'll pop off this piece right here, this trim piece, and remove the rubber seal. Just pull it up, it'll come right off. You'll take one of these newer LED door cells, apply it into the position that you want to mount it, and then fish this wire through under the rubber seal, like so. And then once you find the location that you want to mount down, peel off the double-sided tape on the bottom, and then tape it down to the vehicle. You'll do that for the front and the rear. Rear of the vehicle is the same. You'll pry off the old trim, the OEM trim with the prying tool. Pop off the 2 or 3 clips that's in here, and then you'll pull off this trim piece right here. Just pulls right up. And then same thing, you'll pull up this rubber piece. And then take your new strip, line it up to the location that you want to mount it to. These door cells are flexible acrylic, so all you need to do is just line up into the position that you want to mount it to. Peel off the double-sided tape and just stick it on. And then you just fish this wire, same thing, through under the rubber, like so, and then you'll just press it, the rubber seal in place. So now you have one strand of wire in the back here and one strand in the front. Next, you'll take your harness here, and you can do it either from the driver's side or the passenger side. For those that has 2 strands, on the passenger side, you'll remove this fuse right here. It says PFR door, which is passenger front door, 20 amp. You'll remove the fuse and plug it into this position here. And then you'll take this whole piece right here, plug it into that location where it says PFR door. So once you have removed this fuse right here under the 10 amp and the screen one right here, which is the 30 amp. Once you have removed the fuse from that location, you plug it into this fuse right here, the added fuse thing. And that's what it'll look like. You will need to pull this panel off. And then pull the carpet trim over. Then you'll plug this fuse, added fuse, into that location. like so. For your ground point, there is going to be a bolt sticking out of this location. You take a 10mm nut and thread it on, and then attach this ground strap and this ground wire to this location here. Once you have the power connections made, then you will connect the door cells to the strand of wire here. This is what it looked like with the connection made. And here we are with the door cell powered on. These are light activated, so it makes connection so much easier. Previous ones, you actually have to run to each of the lower doors, which is the light over here, and you have to go through the door jamb and feed it all the way through here. You don't have to do that with these ones. All you do is just connect this wire, plug it in, and when you shut the door, the light sensor gets covered so it knows to shut off, and if it sees lights, it will turn on automatically, like so. Then you'll take the wire, you continue on to the rear of the vehicle. Same thing, you'll connect the door cell to one of these open locations on the harness, and that's what it looks like once the connection is made. And this is what the door cell looks like with power on. So to keep it consistent for all future orders, we'll keep all the wiring harness one strand. So you only need to use one fuse location, and you have one harness that will take care of everything. Once the wiring are connected between these two sides, then you'll feed the wiring onto the passenger side or the driver's side, whichever side you choose to use. Once you have the wiring harness unraveled, you'll take the harness and you're going to lift up your back seat. There are two snaps in the front towards the center of each seat. You just lift up, just pull straight up, and they'll come up. So once you have it lift up, you're going to tuck the wire harness under the seat. And you also tuck the wiring harness under the carpet so it'll look clean and you don't see any wiring. And then you'll feed it to the other side. So once the wiring gets fed to the other side, you'll continue on to tuck under the seat, like so. And you repeat the process for removing these panels as well as the old factory door cells. Same thing, you apply the new LED door cells on, and then connect each of these connections onto the new LED door cells. Then you will tuck all the wires, and that'll be it. If you have any questions, please let us know. Thanks.